Well, a very good day, everybody, and welcome back to the channel and yet another, well, repeat cruise vlog. So I am coming back at you from the fantastic, beautiful, like you've never heard me say that before, Celebrity Ascent. Rewind. Again. So as you all know, well, at least those of you that are subscribers and watch the channel, that I was just on the ship about a month ago. And it was so amazing and so incredible that I said, I'm going back. So here I am, back. So basically, I just wanted to come back on the cruise and see if what happened the first time around was legit, and see if the excellence and amazingness, not a word, of the Celebrity Ascent is consistent. So there were some issues that I encountered on the first sailing, very minor, very few, but there were some issues, so I'm back to see if those issues have been resolved and if all the things that I enjoyed so much on the Celebrity Ascent the first time around last month are still just as good. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and follow along, because this is going to be another amazing journey here on board Celebrity Cruises. So yesterday I began my journey from Charleston. I flew into the Miami airport, and I did something that I tell a lot of people, well, just about everybody I encounter, not to do. And that would be to fly to your destination, your cruise port, the same day of your cruise. And the reason I tell people not to do that is because you never know what's going to happen, right? With a flight, with weather, with maintenance, with whatever the issue could be. You only have X number of hours to get from your origination to your destination in order to make the ship. So the reason I chose to do this was I had basically two options that were nonstop to get from my hometown to either Miami or Fort Lauderdale. As I was saying, you basically have, I basically had two options to get from my hometown, either the airport of Miami or Fort Lauderdale, in order to make it to the cruise in time. So both of my options were about 6 and 6:30 in the morning, so that left me many hours to get from my origination airport to my destination airport, with several hours to spare. So assuming that there could have been a delay, assuming that it wasn't maybe 6, 7, 8 hours, I should have still been able to get to my destination on time to make the cruise. So what happened yesterday was I took a flight nonstop from Charleston to Miami. The fare for an Uber or a taxi or a Lyft or whatever to get from the Miami airport to the Fort Lauderdale cruise port is a little bit pricey. I wanted to say it was about $85. So there are alternative options. So what I did was take the Tri-Rail, which goes directly from the Miami airport right to the Fort Lauderdale airport, and that was a $5 fare. Okay, so $5 one way to get from Miami to Fort Lauderdale. In addition, the Tri-Rail company actually gives you a $5 voucher to use on Uber. So essentially the fare was free to get from Miami over to Fort Lauderdale. From the Fort Lauderdale Tri-Rail station to the Cruise Terminal 25, or the cruise port in general, is only between $10 and $15. So it's a pretty simple and low-cost way to get from Miami to Fort Lauderdale. And one of the reasons that I did the Tri-Rail was instead of the Brightline is because Brightline leaves from Miami City and the Tri-Rail leaves directly from the airport. So a little bit of an easier option. In addition, I was in no rush, seeing as I arrived into Miami at, I think it was 8 o'clock. So I had a lot of time to get to Fort Lauderdale. So once I arrived at the Fort Lauderdale station, took the Uber over to the cruise terminal, arrived at the cruise terminal right about just after 10 o'clock, which is when they start letting people inside the terminal. There was about 40, 50 people or so that were waiting to get let into the terminal, so it wasn't too bad. Once you get let in, you just go right through security and just have a seat and get checked in, and you're good to go. Just wait for boarding time, which typically starts right about 11 o'clock. I think yesterday it started at like 10:50 or 10:55, so a little bit early getting on board, which was nice. And once on board, you're one of the very few people that are already on the ship. So you basically have a whole cruise ship to yourself to explore, to enjoy, and to go have some lunch, which is where I found myself ending up, in the Ocean View Cafe. And it was really nice because everything was really hot, bubbly, and fresh, seeing as nobody had been on board just yet. So had lunch in the Ocean View Cafe. It was really good. I had some top round that was cooked really nicely, had a little bit of gravy on top. The top round was not really flavorful, but it was nice and tender, I guess. The cream spinach is fantastic. The broccoli was unbelievable. Cooked perfectly, had just a little bit of a crunch, had some salt and pepper and some other seasoning on it, which was nice. And the seafood paella was really nice as well, other than the fact that you have to peel the shrimp. I don't like peeling shrimp that are covered in sauce. But other than that, it was a really nice lunch. I actually went for round 2. So after lunch, just kind of went around exploring the ship. One note though, when you go on Celebrity, make sure that you go, if you have carry-on items, you go and drop those items directly into your cabin. Your cabins won't be ready for you to actually occupy, but you can go and take the items that you carried on board with you to your cabin and just drop them off, which is nice. That way at least you know that they're there when you can go into your cabins, which is typically somewhere between 1 and 2 o'clock. So after lunch, just kind of walked around the ship a little bit and did some exploring, and then watched my Detroit Lions, yay, advance to the next round of the playoffs. So hopefully by the time that you guys see this video, they will be Super Bowl champion. Wishful thinking, but one can wish, right? So after the game, got cleaned up and went to dinner, and tonight I ate in... Where did I eat? Tuscan restaurant, which is the Italian-themed restaurant on board the Celebrity Ascent here. And I believe, actually, all the Edge-class ships have Tuscan. But nonetheless, it was a really good dinner. And one thing to note as a finding or concern or negative comment from the last time I was sailing is the breadsticks have been corrected. Good news, everybody. Stop the presses. The breadsticks are crunchy. They're not stale like they were last time. So kudos, Celebrity. Nice job on fixing your breadsticks. Next up, the escargot. The escargot has been corrected. Again, kudos. Great job. No longer is it just basically snail sitting in butter, but now it's a garlic butter, which is how escargots should be. So great dinner overall. I had the, like I said, the escargot, and I had the shrimp soup, Tuscan shrimp soup to start. The Tuscan shrimp soup is basically, in other words, just the shrimp bisque. It was very good though. Had great flavor, super hot, little pieces of shrimp in there, just a nice bisque. For the entrees, I had the carbonara, which was nice, and it had like these thick, twisty kind of noodles. I can't remember the name of them, but they were something different than having, you know, fettuccine or spaghetti or something like that. It was a nice, thick, wide noodle. I really liked that. And the sauce was really nice. And they put a little poached egg on top that you break open and stir into the carbonara to make an even better, rich sauce. So the carbonara was very good. I had the slow roasted pork chop, which was also good. I wouldn't say great, just good. It was not super tender, but fairly tender and a little bit dry. But I think it's kind of hard to make pork chops not dry, at least if you're making them in advance, I guess, because they dry out pretty quick. But nonetheless, it wasn't bad. It was good, just not great. And because of all the eating, I decided to skip dessert. I went to the casino, had some fun in the casino, won a little, lost a little, won a little, won a lot, won a lot. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. To the show, which tonight was Nakenji. And Nakenji is a singer who who kind of brings out the songs of Motown and Broadway. Yeah, Motown and Broadway. She was good. She wasn't great. She was just good. Well, actually, I'm not even gonna say she was good. I'm sorry. She was okay. She was all right. A little bit boring. I don't know. There was something missing, some sense of je ne sais quoi. I don't know. It was something missing. Something was missing. It was a little bit boring. She has a nice voice, and this kind of reminded me of Alfreda Williams on the last cruise. She had a good voice, but a little bit boring. I guess if you're gonna like sing powerful powerhouse singer songs, you gotta have a powerhouse of a voice. She didn't have a powerhouse of a voice, but it was good. I don't know. Take it for what you will. The theater was half full. I don't know. Maybe that's had something to do with it. So after that, I kind of went back to the casino and had some more fun and went to sleep. And here we are today in the port of Nassau with Amsterdam, Holland, America. Not getting off the ship today. I've been here, done that many times. No reason for me to get off here in Nassau, but you can take a look here at what the port looks like. So not sure what I'm going to get up to today. It's about lunchtime, so I might go have some lunch and go relax at a pool or a hot tub and take in some sun. Well, some cloudy sun. And yeah, tonight is the show Bridges. And y'all know from my other video that the show Bridges was excellent. So let's see if it's going to be excellent again today. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that like button if you, well, there you go, down below, down there. Hit that like button. And share if you care with some friends of yours. We'll talk to y'all in just a little bit.